sorry, what happened? You're limping.
You're not limping. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots.
There was an exchange of fire on a...
You didn't only get shot.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead. Hi. I guess you are. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. If you promise to bring it back.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or...
Aye. See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100% rock-free... Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it... Oh? Who? Well, how can I...
A skiff with a small steering. The boat's belly is a sharp SR. Once you get... Have you made all... Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
It'll float.
He's too banged up himself to talk with you.
What? Fine. Let's blast Sad FM.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock song.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free.
to a slow stop. In the silence, there is very...
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the... Dry grass crackles under your feet as you the flock of on the islet, like a of great importance to the few who attend. An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal.
It's cold now, but someone...
The lieutenant assists you. There's a red starter. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an...
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere.
This old cylindrical... The tank is far from... There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh.
You force the rest of the sentence.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, anytime.
You don't have... Books and magazines, most are popular depictions of man versus nature, by among what?
Someone's made themselves a home.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by...
Ooh, Sia.
Your insint... Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Well, yes.
The little books seem...
Whoever has lived...
Interesting. Soft covers, sit... You see a small metal...
Another part of the island. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its...
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive.
the heavy metal doors.
Fuel, generator, another part of the island, probably.
Green paint flecks off the keys rattle.
The console of an antique I think, yes. Let's see.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wake, no.
After you. I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke. A dim golden
It's on.
automatic boot. The lighting in the room turns on. The dial slides up. A strange with a bottle. There's a rain-soaked mattress,
B triple prime.
a single perk, and an empty can of beer. The silhouette. Contemporary Rivisholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the...
Could be a coincidence. I didn't see any signs.
There's a firing slit in quite old and grimy. The springs trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shape. The red chimney and collapsed rear wall of the box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the...
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that. Whenever you wanted,
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
He looks north. Then again, he's conflicted for a sec.
Where?
He does not answer. He feels
We should move now.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle, then spits it out into the unclouded by cataract. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates.
My eyesight.
A shudder of disgust passes his left side.
I did. And you opened it. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? The fascists were right about... It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job. It's a triangle.
Southeast Samaran men.
A Samaran rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal Comp.
It has stayed true to him.
You heard me.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander.
His elbows rest on the frame stock. You don't see a magazine. Yell at him now. Loud. The words.
And what rank would that be, dog? A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pedder. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb, he stares on. His wrinkled mouth.
The future.
The present.
The present to be afraid. Real
Marching song. Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
The job of a shitlicker. There you go. In
Signal, they sang, "Boy with a scythe, gold." Embers going out. His gaze follows your motions, still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crap. They say Triangong 4.46, Signal Commune, for Safre and for all mankind. This is the Vulgate Seraïs. You can barely intuit the words. No is stretching it.
What does it say?
That's what the little guys told. Those men were...
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing.
Warren. Personalized even.
No response from the old man.
Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition. Stable in...
As he speaks, he stresses.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. Some kind of involuntary response. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th. I am a deserter, a partisan.
The commune of Rebachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia. I left my unit on the eve of the landing.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this?
Hiding, fishing.
Where it's morning, on 2 police officers step out. Patrol officer. The officers go, leaving behind the writing.
Always waiting. For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. I am not the historical.
What has he done?
Yes, what?
There is no flame to fan. I was just 16 years old. 15 whenever. You could say a second for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. May the 13th. The combined huddled on.
A terrible shame.
No. They'd all drowned in the lower level.
Some kind of great.
And then you, that the bourgeois are not human. I had to.
These eyes are charred black by the image.
It's not an island, what? It's a defensive. How does anyone?
Now hold on there.
You're in.
How is your health, Mr.
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
He does seem frail. Gaunt.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked.
I need to die.
You also have Druamine.
I have.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now. He looks at you, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
There's nothing serious in this world.
What strikes you about this? Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. It's a mystery. Great leaps of, and also flashes of lust simmering in there. Not too. There is definitely something hormonal there. Whatever the condition he's suffering, perhaps. But in summary, you've seen demented people. Is this some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clear.
No.
You said you take painkiller.
I take.
Are you sure about? It's not a downer, rather an upper.
No, I'm not okay.
There it is again. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something.
I've used it for.
Here we go.
Killing people?
It's a gun. I've used it.
Interesting. During or after?
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing. Up. This is it. You can feel it. This is what you. The great. The solution. Go in straight. No. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on.
Oh yes, that one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
A drop of blood in the salon. Tear into him. Pilot the gun. The murder weapon is the scent of blood in. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence.
You had direct visibility. You've been here a long time, Mr. Drak.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your...
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around that use
It's a real gun. You look like imbecile.
Damn, he saw you. He would have a good view of the tribe. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? .46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tying things up like this.
Murder.
Like a marionette. This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
Stupid.
The lieutenant looked. Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
Matter. Your brain is rot.
He does not answer. But still, somehow you knew. Perhaps you suspected it. The vision was you, remember? Was it supposed to? The inland sea is...
Standing there, slack-jawed.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionaries. Nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, think. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern... Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is...
He seems tender suddenly.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No. Clausia.
He repeats the name with... He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
There is a small... Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares?
Show me the souls, please, Mr.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is Sensorique. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be...
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report...
The lieutenant gives you a... The prints were his. You can see it in those... The old man stares at his own prints in the act.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with... Beating us to the ground. Got your attention.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity.
The lieutenant raises his right. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left, and so...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you...
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot...
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where you can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
A rifle scope has the best.
Helps him see all.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Then you pull the trigger.
Yes.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialists you got him going. Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to.
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley.
Joyce. He means Joyce.
Wrinkled up whore. Black so don't you sermonize me.
Some strange glandular and anger
They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Right? I've seen their kind during the landing. Those Occident barely alive. I could see they've returned now to show them fucking. I didn't like jealousy. Is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman.
for him to stop reacting to stimuli.
And I wanted to see his head. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
Her body sweating from the drugs. This man has seen past her, and now he longs to punish her.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water.
And beautiful.
That.
How could you see what she looked like?
The sun came up. Her hair, her passport, and ticket.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away.
After she...
Did you keep the documents in it?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, in the water. Behind the campsite there. I don't remember precisely. It was in the winter.
A strange confusion comes over him from...
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body, hard, and I could see who she was, too.
You could tell she was a spook?
She had different color hair on the photo.
He's setting it up. The bruises. You can't make that out.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife.
Everything in him fills with impossible.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point.
Good for listening in, too.
Like that, too. Yes. I've been through all of Martinez. Yes, that, too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. You turn it on inside.
Those two took... You hear the familiar scribble. One more loose end.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in the hostel now after a good wash. They all think I'm an antisocial, a vagrant. Closing hour is a good time.
You had to open the steel door in the...
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope. She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
While he stands here and rots.
You're delusional. There's nothing to see in the soul of the bourgeois woman. It's the same as the surface. Made a little...
The red-haired woman?
that kind of thing.
Seems like the answer was yes.
There's...
The coals of his eye.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, yes, over the years, it's not unproletarian. Woman.
And inexplicably, it doesn't go with his pain.
Her.
You hear a low... The lieutenant nods. That's it.
Where is she, that Clasier?
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Gone. She'd look at night, crying.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol. On the platform, smaller. There, on a dilapidated... He's there. Special consultant, as the men. Good luck, Harry.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what you could get enough. Take him in.
A tragic comedy. Druggy.
A strange little engine seems to... The familiar, but detest pushes the cobweb.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. Pump full of steroids. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He led some nihilistic advert, not since the serfs of ancient... Intense. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racist... Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon. That's all the rich really want. We did.
The disco whores, what was that about? There was something, and the super... Boom boom morons on thin ice.
Horse. Yes, steroids. A racist. What is my opinion? No. The rich man's looking at reality.
Ha, yes, but he was.
Oh, I'm sure.
The lieutenant. Keep talking about the head measuring man.
Scratching old. You think the rich...
Now wait a moment. Let's get serious here.
I've seen the real world. In '06, the flag, steroids and radio shows. Probably that Revachol 98 AM. That's irradiating the lump. Glad. It's all gone. I ain't going.
Yes?
Greasy old spring.
The offer still stands. Take it.
The bed is quite inviting. You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. You didn't realize that The blanket, you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to sleep. The innocence of humanism, internationalism. Okay, don't say you need to, but you don't even want to talk to her. She would let her go. This is the holy win her back. How does that?
Hey. I mean, hey to you too. I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. Wow, see?
She's trying to...
I told you. Exactly.
This is everything I always warned you about. Is what you want to say, but you don't. Hammers clang, the light. I can't help you. I'm totally useless.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic. We don't have anything to it's all gone.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try it now. With your feet trembling from the steps you took, she is not kissing you back. The moment is trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
No, Harry. Not. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions.
No, this has to... More questions. Ask more.
I don't know what you mean. Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Every...
Literally all of you.
Great.
What?
I am impolite with you. This is how
I was wrong. You don't have...
The morning. I don't understand. Yes, it's really... Yes, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red strap.
It's not. But I can't answer your other question. I don't want it. It looks expensive. Please don't give me any gifts. We both said
It was her. I can feel it.
as Queen Regnant.
You need to recite it to her. Yeah. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this. Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now? Very well. It was 100 million years ago.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress.
The coolest. The first and worst time I fell in love. And my crown, can't you see?
You're a better man now, with a rank in a powerful armed organization.
No, it's too...
Your heart burns.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? You know what I meant. We're talking about it again. It's here, Harry. There. You could not pay 42. No human being should still remember the Is there really?
Don't let her. Don't let her.
I have to, Harry.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong.
No, too late now. I won't see you. Oh, Harry. Right here. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. Oh, yes. See you tomorrow.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? Okay.
He's still worried. You... The old man stares despondently.
What?
This terror is the sum. The wind picks...
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given... Do you...
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay.
He is a brave man. Why is he... He's sweating. Pupils are dilated.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. Something completely different.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls. a delicate tangle of arms and
What are you talking about? There's nothing.
the stick insect is over 3 meters. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster.
See what exactly?
I can see it.
4 simple words, but that means it's really there.
Be very, very careful.
What is it?
Something is very wrong with him now. Nothing. There is nothing. The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there. Take long, deep breaths. Slow down your pulse. Don't move yet. Reed like tufts stick out of its... The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. You barely get to take one step. The invertebrate, it's blending into the tuft.
Where? Where did it...
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was scared of you, of humans. He shakes his head, like a little boy, for a moment.
No,
Even a wildlife photographer couldn't make out of...
I tried, but it was moving too fast, and I didn't get the ampoule in right.
In some kind of...
Our suspect's not looking so good. It looks like it has some kind of...
In the reeds.
What is it? See.
Mr. Drost?
The man does not, with fear, like an addict of some terrible... A light shiver.
He's going into some kind of...
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire, old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Like a drug? His pupils appear to be
It's not just chemical.
some kind of oxytocin release mechanism. Would go with the pupils. But this is way above me, detective. He did seem distressed. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope
You will have to be very convincing and very...
we should think about getting back to the mainland.
The skiff is swaying on the way.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently, but for the sound of two men, you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought in. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But
That's right. And you're bleeding. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ. Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe we've met one.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Quemar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein, Patrol Officer Judith.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just...
the scene is making even him,
We might need your help with something later.
as if he recalled that he's in. The two aren't new.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among...
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know
Ari, we want to help you. Trent,
this is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond it.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked, but my background is in something else entirely. I engage in...
No, Trent. It's too late.
What does he have to say for him? Shit, kid. What an...
You. Shit, kid. That's you.
Despite all that you've done, that is...
No. Because of all that you've done. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you... Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look safe at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building, mixed with blood. I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it. Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and it was.
He was too sarcastic for you to rip.
Did you? Or did...
Absolutely. Judging by the familiar, he's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
it's okay. I didn't come here to gloat.
That's right. Worry. You're a worry fest.
He's got a very, very... Yes, you often sound like a brutal idiot.
Yes, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I never said I wasn't. Mikhail?
His son? What a joke. Everyone is lying to you.
I sent him home. Mikhail's with his mother.
I told you. He's one drink away from killing someone.
I wouldn't quite say that, but what indeed?
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstein.
I'm technically just a...
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who other people have left too.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial?
See? There! He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G Bevy.
He sincerely thought.
Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit.
They're your posse, or what remains of it.
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're a detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? You were crying hysterically. None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. The bells aren't ringing because...
Well, he doesn't.
Meaning, you forgot.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him and...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Psychotraumatic amnesia? I keep my shit.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times.
So you don't remember?
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not? Look at the ruins, the neon, hardwired to the free market.
Okay, Trant, thank you.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership. Now.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his...
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid.
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something, then lie.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
He squints at it, trying to ascertain if it's...
Okay. And your gun?
Gun. Yeah, you don't have that. Here we go again. Lost gun. Lost gun. Trying to terrorize you.
Upgraded it? I don't care about your weapon mania, Harry. I only care about your official sidearm, which you lost. I don't care. Where is the gun? I knew it.
This isn't cause for...
Oh, I would say it's very bad. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Please put the stolen rifle away before you kill someone. You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum. So you forgot to drink?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain glacier, because you were too drunk.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well, if she was specially trained. I'm not even gonna get into or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That compared to the 7...
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you...
Who thinks of apologizing?
You spent the week with him on this case. On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's so true. Although,
See?
1 week.
then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. It's worrying, especially in life. Others still. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the...
A new species?
A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up encounters with cryptid.
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid. Lieutenant, is it somehow connected to the case?
Detective? The old man was not aware of the fact.
So it is.
We could order a search. I could get people...
There, you need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, so I have to.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks.
Agreed. The public relations...
Okay, we have...
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, jingling his car keys.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair. Some of your more...
The ink. Also, this guy and this guy too. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you tell...
The smell of Kuro is just east.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning.
I knew it.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also...
You really went with it too.
Dora something. Dora Ingerlund? Yeah.
Not Dora.
Something like that.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossible.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before...
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. Incredibly bangable. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spirit.
Look, the sun is about to go down.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts. My point is...
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal.
I assure you, I wouldn't
He would immediately. I told you it's not that bad.
Us? We're the bloody murder station. Haven't you heard?
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run this. Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe.
They are damn iconic.
Yeah, not like us. God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of...
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of...
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the Force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curve, they speak of change. The city.
Okay, it's not the blood.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore.
The press will blow over.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Well, first I will go back to my state. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening. I don't know what yet.
Distant track. It says Le Retour.
Perhaps.
Yes.
We've been hearing whispers in Jamrock too, ever since fall.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of... Work with... Price?
Would fit in. This truly came as a surprise.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be
I would have to tie things up in
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant.
I do like the sound.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Under the noonday sky, you close your eyes. Torson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Hiddleston? No. Vicmere? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up.
Wonderful. Then can we please...